everybody. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope that you guys are catching them. I'm Barbara, your host for Women's World of Fishing Monday Night Takeover, and I wanted to check in to let you guys know there's not going to be a show tonight, April the 4th, because the two girls that we had scheduled are still in high school and have to do what they're told. And one of the girls had a softball game scheduled, and so she had to do that, and we have to have them both on the show. We just have to, because this is who we're having on. We're having on Alexis Virgilito and Taylor Bako. And if you follow fishing in any type of capacity, you have seen this pop up somewhere on your social media. Whether you've read it, you've seen it pop up, because these girls made fishing history, and this is what they did. Okay, now just to let you know, they go to Parkway High School. They're the Parkway Panthers, and Alexis is 14 and Taylor is 15. And this is just so exciting because it just shows that women, girls are getting into fishing just younger and younger and wanting to compete. And this is huge. And these girls have no idea how much support they really have behind them. They have no clue, which makes it that much more exciting. But anyway, so they, on March 13th, they were in the hunt for the state championship, okay? So, they're a team. They go out. Their goal, okay? They tell their coach their goal is to weigh in one fish, because they had come off of a bad tournament at Toledo Bend. And, you know, sometimes when you come off of a tournament, you're like, I just want to save face. Please let me just go. Let me get on stage. If you compete in fishing, you're humbled a lot, and we have all been there, you know, where it's like, let me just make it up there so people know I showed up, you know, and that's where the girls were. Alexis and Taylor ended up weighing in 30 pounds and 3 ounces. And ended up taking the Louisiana High School State Championship, first in history that it's ever been done, that a team of 2 females took it. Anywhere in the country, they're the first. They won't be the last. They most definitely won't be the last, but they're the first. And they just don't know how big of an accomplishment that is. So now you see why we rescheduled it, because Taylor has the softball game, and we've got to have her on there too. Now, something happened a couple of weeks after that too, but you're gonna have to wait till the show to hear that. So I have so many questions for these girls, and I know everybody else does. And by all means, send it to Women's World of Fishing at gmail.com. And we'll be sure to get your questions answered. But tournaments aside, I mean, of course, we want to hear about every fish catch, every, you know, good moment, every bad moment. We want to know everything. But I want to know what the dream is. Maybe they don't want to go into professional fishing. Not everybody does. It's not for all women. You know, most tournament trails can have anywhere from 6 to 12 tournaments, a week-long practice. You know, a lot of women, once they get married and start trying to start a family, most women disappear for a long time. There is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's personal choice. You know, some women are like, not my thing, not yet, I'll put it off till later in life, or I don't want kids anyway, and they go all in and they are fishing, multiple tours. It's personal choice. They're so young. I mean, they might change their mind 10 times. Who knows? But I kind of just want to see where their head's at, And also, Alexis's dad is also their coach. And in coordinating with him and talking to him, I found out, and I did not know this, that it is not sponsored by the school. So, they are trying to foot their own bills. They do fundraisers. They do, different things, because they have to pay for everything. And that to me is crazy. And I'm sorry, I'm asking for help for these girls because they are going to nationals in Alabama, Lake Pickwick in June. And they've got to do all kinds of fundraisers for this. And I don't want them to miss an opportunity like this because of money. And college scholarships are available to anglers nowadays. Why is this not being sponsored by schools? In some capacity. And if it's not, why isn't it at least moving that way for these kids? I want to know. There's got to be a reason. The college tour, blown up. Huge. What's the problem with high school? These schools have got to take an active role in some capacity to give these kids a chance. I don't want to get on my soapbox a whole lot. Hold on, I got a cough. Whew, sorry about that. But like I was saying, the schools need to step up in some capacity for kids who want to fish. And one of the best things that a parent could hear from their high school student is, you know what, Mom, Dad, I think I kind of want to be on the fishing team. Because that group of people tend to be very focused and down to earth and supportive and work hard and stay out of trouble. And there are a lot of great role models in fishing. On and off the water. And why the school wouldn't do something, I don't know. But I'm going to find out. I want to know why this is a thing. Why the schools don't want to take an active role. So, for right now, and the immediate now, when we do the show on the 11th, I'm going to have the coach's information up and then attached to the show for anybody who wants to donate. And I'm going to be like Simon Cowell when he watched the audition of Carrie Underwood and he said, you're going to win American Idol this year and you're going to sell more albums than anybody we've ever had. I'm putting it's not like I'm betting any money, but I'm putting my money on Alexis and Taylor. They are the ones on the front lines when it comes to high school. And I think by the time that they graduate high school, if they want it, if this is something they want, as far as competition, I think they will graduate high school with more top 10, 20 finishes or titles, with more sponsorships, and the opportunity to have college scholarships for fishing teams than anyone else. If they want it. That's the key. If they want it. So, you heard it here first. Whether or not it comes true, we won't know for another 3 years with Taylor and another 4 years for Alexis. Will it happen? I don't know. We'll find out. Please keep in mind about the show and whether or not you can spare a little bit of money to help these girls get to nationals. There is nobody else in the country that we are rooting for other than Alexis and Taylor. So we will see you next Monday. Everybody have a good night and keep catching them.